Hey guys, so as I promised, I wanted to cover the release of the 426 Hemi today. Mopar's announcement started at 4:26 Pacific Standard Time in Las Vegas at the SEMA show, and they also had a live stream for fans to watch. So if you missed that, I'll post a link in the description if you do want to rewatch the live stream. Basically, they just unveiled the 426 Hemi, and it was about 18 minutes long. Pretty interesting. If you missed it, the last few days Mopar had two teaser videos. The first one showed off to be what looked like elephant prints and an older Dodge Charger, and the second one did actually show the elephant behind the Dodge Charger doing a burnout, so this led many of us to believe that a 426 Hemi was going to be revealed today. Basically, to do a quick recap of the live stream of SEMA, the head of Mopar North America, Steve Beam, went on stage and started at 4:26 p.m., which is a Mopar tradition, and he started by talking about last year and some Jeep stuff, and he introduced the Performance 44 axle for the hardcore off-roader. Then he moved on to Ram trucks and showed two new concept vehicles. There was the Mopar 1500 modified lowdown with custom paint, Mopar wheels, performance hood, and other accessories. And also the Mopar modified Ram Rebel with a Mopar 2-inch lift kit, running boards, special wheels, and off-road lamps. So this was basically just showcasing lots of Mopar performance parts, and these concept parts could become a reality if they are well received. Then the 426 stuff began. A video was shown with John Daner, the director for Ram Exterior and Mopar Design. He talked about Mopar and how he was inspired by the late 1960s and focused on a 1968 Charger, as 2018 is the 50th anniversary of the 1968 Dodge Charger. Him and his team made a concept based on the 1968 Charger, making the car lower, longer, and wider. So unveiled on stage was the 1968 Dodge Supercharger concept, a fusion of heritage and modern styling, as you can see by the pics on screen. There's the Hellaphant Crate Hemi engine, 426, which I'll talk about in a second, paired with a stock 6-speed manual. The wheelbase is increased on the concept from the classic by 2 inches to 119 inches. The body also sits 3.5 inches lower up front and 2.5 inch lower in the rear for the concept as opposed to the classic. The hood has a scoop that takes inspiration from the Demon, and there's also a chin splitter and rear spoiler. The car is painted in Grigio gray metallic, and there's the Hellaphant logo everywhere, from the gas cap to the fenders to the steering wheel. The wheels are taken from the current SRT vehicles, as they have the same devil's wheel pattern that we've seen before. Up front there are 20 by 11 inch wheels, and the back has 20 by 12 inch wheels, both massive, with 6 piston Brembos in all 4 corners. At the back there's an awesome rear valance that borrows the Alfa Romeo Stelvio 5-inch dual exhaust tips. Seats are from the Dodge Viper, and they also have 4-point racing harness and custom roll cage inside, along with a Viper steering wheel, and cool Mopar gauges, some of them taken from the Challenger Hellcat. While there's just one of these concepts made, this was an amazing way to unveil the 426 Hemi. Next up was the release of the 426 Hemi itself. Steve then looked back at history in 2015 when Mopar released the 345 and 392 Mopar crates, and in 2017 when they released the Hell Crate Hemi engine kit. And he said that Mopar is always looking for an extra ounce of performance, and then he went on to reveal the 426 Hemi crate, also called the Hellaphant, so I guess kind of mixing Hellcat and Elephant in there. This is a plug-and-play supercharged crate Hemi engine with an astounding 1000 horsepower and 950 pound-feet of torque. I'll post the specs on screen that are released so far, which includes an aluminum block and upgraded supercharger. The 1968 Dodge Supercharger concept also has the unique Hellaphant logo, and the elephant of course is there to pay tribute to the old 426, which was referred to as the elephant engine due to the fact that it had a lot of power, weighed a lot, and had large physical dimensions. So the Hellaphant crate goes on sale in early 2019, and it's a great way to add 1000 horsepower to any pre-1970s Mopar vehicle or off-road cars. Lastly, here's the sound of this engine being revved. Hope you enjoyed this quick Mopar news update. Thanks for following along, and make sure to stay tuned to the channel for more Mopar content. I'll see you next video.